create a chat flow in HubSpot. So now you might be wondering, what is chat flow? Chat flow is like this bot that shows up on websites. Sometimes it's always by the right hand side or by the left hand side. So it shows up in a particular website where it allows people to be able to ask questions. So in HubSpot, you can set up these chat flows or chat bots to make sure that people can be able to ask questions and someone is going to go in automatically to answer those questions. So instead of them, filling out a form and doing all of those things, they can just click on the chat bots and start communicating with anybody available in your business in the real time. So let's see how to create chat flows in HubSpot. So when we go over here, okay, so to create chat flows, we go over to service menu, and when you see the service menu, you are going to go over to chat flows. And when you click on chat flow, it is, as you can see, we do not have any chat flow in here. So we're going to try to create a chat flow. So let's create a new chat flow. So now it's going to ask us where we want this chat flow to be in, whether it is going to be our website or it's going to be in Facebook Messenger or mobile. So we are using websites because most people use websites. So we can then set up our chat, and when you set up your chat, it is going to ask you whether you want to use it for your website or if you want to use the live chat in mobile applications that you have. But we are using it for website, so we just click on web. And when you click on next, as you can see, you can be able to set up these different things for your web chat. So you can pick the color for your web chat, and as you can see, you can also set up the color however you want in here. You can pick the color code and just insert whatever color you want to use. So this space is just for setting up your colors. Then you click on next. Now when you click on next, it is asking for the availability for this web chat, this chat flow. And that is because when we are trying to create this chat flows, we can be able to, so you click on, so it's saying that before we can be able to create a live chat or a chat bot, we have to set up our chat. So let's just do that. So when you click on set up on chat, it's going to ask whether it is mobile or web. So you just click on next. So we are going to pick the particular color we want to use. So you can use all of these colors that they've added in here from our brand assets. Remember our brand assets, and we can also decide to pick in whatever code we want to use, and we can drag in whatever color we want to use. So let's say this is the color we want to use. We can just click on next, and when you click on next, this is your chat. This is how the chat is going to look like on your website. So people can be able to type in whatever they want, and they can be able to ask questions, and someone can be able to answer them from your business. So now to set up the availability for your chat, you have to make sure that you're very careful in this part. And that is because you can decide that you want to make it based on user availability. So when the person is online in HubSpot, they can be able to see the chat and answer the chat. Or you can even decide that you want it to be based on operating hours. So let's say you operate every Monday to Friday by 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or maybe 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Whatever works for you, you can add that in. You can also add in some hours if you want. So let's say from Monday to Thursday. So let's say this is for Friday. Let's use, okay, Monday. So let's say on Friday you are only available, or let's just say this one is Monday to Friday. Then on Saturday you are only available from 10 a.m. to, let's say 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Yeah, that works. Or we can say 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So now on Saturday you are only available from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So this is very important because when people are chatting on this web chat, we want to make sure that it can show the time we are available and the time we are not available, so that when they send a message, they know that we are currently not available because it is outside of our operating hours, and they can also know when we are available because they are within our operating hours. Or you can even decide that your chat is 24/7, but I will not advise this because there is nobody available 24/7. So but if you're available 24/7, you never can tell. you can add that in, but let's just leave this in. So we can say that this is how we can say the available time. Typically replies in few minutes, or we can say replies are going to come in few hours, whatever it is you want to do. You can also say away. You can edit the away message, and if they are not available, that means if it is outside of this time, you can show this away message to your contact, and they'll be able to know that, oh, these people are currently not available. And if it is outside of working hours, you can show the return time. So if they are coming in maybe Saturday by 5 p.m, it can show something like we will return on Monday by 10 a.m or by 9 a.m. So just make sure that you set this up to fit your business. And when you're done, you click on next. Now when you click on next, it is going to ask you that the chat heading should include, maybe you only want to choose a particular avatar, or you want to choose a particular user and team, or you want to use the contact owner. So because I'm the only one in this team for now, I can just click specific user, and you pick whatever user you want to use. If you want to use custom name and avatar, so let's say for instance you do not want to use your user's name, you can use maybe something like, so let's say you do not want to use your user's name, you can use something like maybe Emma, oh Lord, Emma hi just for instance. And this is going to be the welcome message. So it is going to be, do you have any question? We are here to help. You can also edit this to fit whatever you want to do. So you can say something like let's say you want to say something like welcome to CRM instructors. You can say something like welcome to CRM instructors, got any questions? We are here to help you. Let's add in you here. So you can edit this welcoming message however you want, but there is a limit though. And you can also decide to automatically assign your conversation to particular team members. But since that is actually logged, we have to upgrade to the starter plan, and we are not doing that. We are using the free setting. So let's just leave that the way it is. So we can also add in a logo and a name. So we are using Emma AI, and we can just say we want to use our logo for that, and that is going to show our logo in this place. As you can see, it has updated it to our logo. So we can say we want to pop this open, we want to pop open the welcome message as prompt. Yes, we want to do that. Then we click on next, and it's going to preview how this chat is going to look like on your mobile. You can also see how it is going to look like on tablet. You can see how it is going to look like on phone. So this is how your chat widget is going to look like. And when you are done, you can click on publish. So people can come in and they can type in anything. It's saying, welcome to CRM instructors. Do you have any question? We are here to help you. Your contact can type in, yes, I need to ask for the price of a particular product that you are offering. So when they type in that, someone in HubSpot is going to respond to them in real time. So let me show you how that is going to work. So when you click on publish, now this has been published, and as you can see, we have this new assign. It's showing us how it's going to look like. So this is like a test thing. So we can decide to view the new message inbox, sorry. So when you click on that, as you can see, this is our inbox. So when people message you on this web chat, this is where it's going to come in. You are going to see all of the chats they are doing in here. This is a sample contact, remember. So it's saying that any chat is going to be in here. Then you can start messaging this person from this place. You can start answering their questions from here. Let's go back to our chat flow here. Edit it. Okay, yeah, so okay, let's go back here. Okay, so this is our chat flow. I want to check for the inbox settings. You can check the inbox settings here, and you can change whatever it is you want to change in this inbox setting. So how do we add this chat flow to our website? What you need to do now is to copy the tracking code and put it inside of your website. So I use those sites, and if I want to add this chat flow to my website, I am going to teach you from start to finish how to do that. Okay, so as you can see, our chart is already currently available. This is the chart for the chart flow we just created, and we can come in into our inboxes here, and let's say we want to click on this, and we can edit it if we want. And as you can see, this is the general edit where you can change the color, you can change the sent from, you can change the transcript and everything. You can also check in for the web chart itself, and you can decide that you want it to show on the left or on the right. Since right is making sense, we just leave it as right. You can also decide that your widget can be dragged and placed in anywhere on your website if you want, but we need to be using a paid plan for that. So that is fine actually. So what you want to do now is want to set up the tracking code for this particular widget on our website. So what we need to do is we need to copy this code here, and we need to add it to the head body of our website. I use Zoho site, so I'm going to come into Zoho site in here. This is my Zoho site. Okay, and I'm just going to try to put this code on my website. So let's refresh this, and we can then pick on any page you want to insert this in. So the same thing applies if you are using WordPress, if you are using Wix or whatever website builder you are using. You can just edit the particular page and just look for the header where you can add in the header code. There's always a place where you can add in header code and footer code, so look for the header one. So we are going to edit this page info, and we are going to go over to the header code here, and we are going to paste this code in here. So this page, this code just allows HubSpot to be able to track our particular website. So that is the one we just, I think that was for home page, right? Yes, that was from home page. So I'm just going to publish this, and when I publish this, it is going to save that code on my website. So anybody that comes in on that website and they are a contact in HubSpot, HubSpot is going to start tracking all of the details or all of the things that is going on in that particular page of the website. If you want to do that for multiple pages of your website, you can add in that tracking code. You can add it into other pages that you currently have here. So we can also add it to consultation page. You just click on edit info, you add it to the header code, you copy and paste, and you click on save, and that has been saved. Then you publish also. So you do this for every of the page you want to add to your website. Now we are going to go into our editor, and we are going to go into customization. Then we go to the code, and we are going to see the header code here, and we are going to see the footer code. So it is important that you remove whatever you have in the footer code and the header code. You make sure you remove whatever chat widget code you currently have, because we do not want both of them to work simultaneously. So we had our HubSpot code inside of the header code for Zoho site. Then you click on save, and when you click on save, that has been added. Then you go back to the pages of your website. So for instance, I want to use the home page, so I'm going to edit this info here, and I'm also going to go to the header code here. I have already added the code here. Just add it to the header code. You do not need to add it to the footer code, or let's just add it to the footer code just to be safe. So when you click on save, then you can edit that particular page of your website. So if you want to add it to multiple pages of your website, you just need to go into the header code and paste that code, the HubSpot tracking code, inside all of the pages of your website. So we are going to click on publish here, and when we click on publish, we can be able to go into that site and see our and see the chat widgets that we have. So I already have a chat widget here for Brevo. That is why it is showing below, but this is the one we just created for Emma AI, and this is the one for HubSpot. So now we are asking them to agree to this because we want to be able to track their details and their activities on the website. So as you can see here, we've agreed to the policy. So now we are on our website, and we can see the chats both here. Please ignore the one below. That was the one for Brevo. but this is the one for Emma AI. And as you can see, today is Saturday. That is why it is saying we'll return on Monday at 2 p.m. and that is because we did not set our live chat to be 24/7. So now let's try and go back to HubSpot and let's try to set our widgets or our web chat to 24/7 and let's see how that is going to look like. So if we go back to configure, let's go back to manage chat flow and we click on edit and we click on okay. So here where we copied the web chat, the tracking code, we can go back to general and remember that this is under inbox and you can check the availability. So let's try to make this chat 24/7. So when we click on save, we can see it is going to show reply. Let's say reply in few hours. Let's just keep that in. Then when we save that, and let's try to go back to the website. Let's see if that will work. Okay, so as you can see, we are able to type in here, and that is because we had to go back to change the availability to 24/7. If it is not 24/7, whatever time is outside the time we've set for the availability, they will not be able to ask in any question. So they are asking us to ask something now. So let's say I am Emma Glory and I need your help with HubSpot. So now this is the message. When we click on enter, this message is going to send into this live chat, and as you can see, they said don't have time to wait for this response, then you can leave our email. You can leave the email and we'll be in touch as soon as possible. So you can leave the email here. So this, you need to know that if you leave this email, HubSpot is going to create a new contact in the CRM. So let's say I want to leave a new email. I want to name this CRM instructors at gmail.com. Okay, so when we click on this, we just click on this send icon here, and when we send this out, as you can see, this is the typically reply in a few hours. So if you go back to HubSpot, so let me try and go back to my HubSpot account, and you are going to see in here. So if you go back to inboxes, so let's go back inboxes here. So when we go back to inbox, we should see the new message from the chat. So let's keep the tab. So as you can see, it has created my account, Emma Glory, and this is the message that came in. So an agent can just come in here and type in a message for Emma Glory, and we can ask a question like what do you need help with? So when we click on send, Emma Glory will be able to see this message in our live chat on our own hand, and this is just going to allow you to be able to go back and forth with people instead of you using the contact form. This is going to even allow you to be able to qualify the leads that are coming in from the live chat. So when we go back, let me try and go back to my chat. So as you can see, my new message is in here. What do you need help with? So Emma responded me from CRM instructor, what do you need help with? So I can then message back and say that I need to set up my chat flow in HubSpot, and I can click on send also, and that is also going to send the message to Emma from CRM instructors, and Emma from CRM instructors is going to receive that message. And when we go back to this, as you can see, the message came in here. So you see the back and forth between the agent and the contact on the website. So people can just message you on your chat flow, and it's going to come in inside of HubSpot. And even if you go back to contacts, you are going to see that HubSpot is going to create a new contact for Emma Glory because she came in from the live chat. This is very, very good, especially if you are a business that deals with multiple leads and you want to be able to qualify them through the live chat. As you can see, my number was collected, my email was collected, and this is going to be tracking all of the things I am doing on that particular website. I have added the tracking code to. Okay, so that is for the live chat. So if you enjoyed this lesson up until the end, I want to say a very big thank you for watching this. And also do not forget that if you're having issues with your HubSpot, you can book a free discovery call in the description below, and we're going to help you take a look at your current setup in your HubSpot account, and we're going to help you also to be able to maximize HubSpot to the fullest potential. So book your free discovery call in the link in the description below, and do not also forget to download your free guide, which is going to help you set up HubSpot optimally. Also, do not forget to subscribe to this channel because we are going to be posting amazing content like this, and we do not want you to miss out. Also, like this video and also share to everyone who you think is going to find this video useful, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.